Good morning, everybody, and welcome. The stream is officially up, and in the commentary box this morning to get things off kicked. You see how I stuffed it up, Terry? That's because the door behind me had opened. But yes, it is round number 1 of the Endurance Series brought to you by NAG, and we're at Paul Ricard, Mr. Wolford, a track that you have raced on before. Absolutely fantastic. I believe that was in a Janetta. So fortunately for the drivers this morning is that it isn't a 24 hours, it is 12 hours, but there is a 2 times multiplier on it, so which means that the cars will be running a full 24-hour normal cycle, and 10,000 Rand up for prize money for this race, the first one of the event. And look, I must say I'm quite excited to see how some of the guys are going to be pulling out. We are just catching the end of the qualifying. The guys did have to get that qualifying done. So let's just jump across there and pick up that action of... No, let's go to that live stream and see where the guys are currently lying within the commentator's curse, within their current time. So we've got 9 minutes left to go, and Terry, from your point of view, in terms of a 12-hour endurance, how important is qualifying in the race?
I think one always knows that endurance race, firstly to get a good starting position is obviously of good importance, but there's always been a saying in SARCO, and that is the fastest doesn't always win. And I think that's the thing with endurance racing. Endurance racing is that you got 12 hours. It's obviously a long way to go, and consistency is key, number 1, and number 2. I think the guys need to take it easy. It's a long race. You don't want to be going into the pits to do repairs and things like that. You obviously want to keep the car on track for as long as possible, because that's where you're making up ground and maintaining.
So currently we got a shot of Tommy. He's is driving with the Genesis team, our only international from France, so perhaps a little bit of a home ground advantage. Just in terms of home ground advantage, is there such a thing on a racetrack, or do you not really think that comes into play?
The thing is that, I think every single guy that's on track today has obviously put in a lot of hours in preparation. I know that it's late nights, busy doing setup, working it out, and this is a track that you obviously want to keep your tires in check for as long as possible. I don't think the guys will be running as aggressive as normal in the likes of a sprint race. And the most important thing, like I said before, is to actually be on track. You don't want to be pitting, you don't want to be wasting time doing repairs, changing tires. You want to get out, get in there, fuel, slot a new set of tires on when it's due, and get back out on track as quick as possible.
And I'm just looking at the teams that have currently entered, and it does look like we've lost one of the LTR teams. I know that Karot was having issues just syncing up with his car, but I'm sure that they are doing what they can to try and get themselves back in. Just from a 12 hours, what would your suggestion be in terms of the number of teams to have for 12 hours?
When you say the number of teams, I mean,
Drivers, sorry. Drivers.
So I think that one of the key points here is just the track is fast. It's a nice flowing track. The backstraight obviously gives you a little moment just to catch a bit of a breather as such. Excuse me, but I think if the guys when we raced in the real race, I think we ran at about 2 hour stints. So if the guys can run that sort of time frame, swap over, have a bit of a breather, a bit of a rest, and get back in, I think that's kind of the ideal way that you want to do it. I'm sure some guys are going to double stint and all sorts of things, but strategy is key. That's why I say, guys might decide pit early, get the change done, get back out there, work on the undercut. Guys who sort of stay out till the end of it, they might find that the tires have had their best and starting to hamper their pace and performance. So yeah, I think the guys have worked it all out. Guys have done practice and setups, and I think we're in for a good race. And I think big shout out to NAG and to SARCO and that. I mean, when you're talking the sort of prize money and that's available to the guys for a race on a Saturday. I mean, doing what they love. I think it's an amazing, great initiative, and thanks to everyone involved, SARCO, NAG, and everyone else that's put in the effort to make this race happen.
Yes, indeed, and the sentiments do go out to NAG from our side as well. But talking about NAG is, guys, through the day, please get the stream shared. Let your family and friends come and watch. And the reason being is that on the hour, we are going to be giving away a NAG magazine every hour. We're going to put up a little comment in the chat, let you go and answer a question, and it will kind of be fastest fingers first. We'll be giving away some Steam vouchers as well through the day, and all we want to do is just let you come and jump in and have a fun afternoon going into the evening with us. Looking at some of the comments that have coming in. Antonio Gamble saying, have a great endurance, everyone. Go LTR. Jason Farmer, my boy, have an awesome day. I've got a message here that's quite, not making me feel very good. It says, Mohat Musa saying, we'll have to retire. The server doesn't allow us to do the driver swap, which I find is extremely strange.
Oh, that's extremely sad. I hope that they can get that sorted out. They got a few minutes to play around and try and get that working, because there's one thing about Murat, we know his pace, and certainly always a guy to watch. I believe, if I remember correctly, I think he had a hell of a race in the rain the other day in the SARCO championship, and I really hope that, if anyone's got advice or whatever, just put it up and let's see if we can get them in the race. It's important to have him there.
And I 100% agree. Talking about seeing Mohat on this track, he had a almighty battle with Mr. Christopher Radloff, and I have a very, very vivid memory of the two of them going side by side into turn 1, side by side turn 2, all the way into turn 3, and it was only really at turn 4 where Christopher was on the inside and Mohat had to just back off a little bit. But then again, it was this almighty battle down out through turn 7, and it was just single file all the way through, and it was one of those last lap endeavors to actually get the win for that race. It was absolutely such an incredible sight to see.
And I think, when you start going to 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, that's extremely technical. You got to feed it in there in single file almost. I mean, it's hard to try and get through that whole section. So I certainly hope that these guys get that sorted out. I would be really looking forward to see what they can do in this race today.
So currently the guys out on top is, and I want to pronounce this, but I know I'm absolutely going to butcher his name. I know that Sami is French, so I'm going to have a go. I might have to just ask my wife a little bit later to please just come in and fix it for me, because I know I'm going to absolutely butcher it. But Razeriere? Hey, no. No idea. Absolutely
Oh.
no idea. So perhaps Tariq, if you're able to help me out there, that would be most gracious.
We'll just call him Rosari for now.
Right, perfect. In the Genesis Esports team, it is Tariq, Aaron, Adam, Cody Sherritt, and Tommy. Then currently in screen is Genesis Academy, Esports Academy, which is Christian Deploy and Christian Fenter. Jumping down the order, in this very, very cute looking Teletubbies car is Henry Mayer, who is an ex-champion for SARCO on a Wednesday night, and he is racing with Fleming Bauer. Then Chris Heineke and Mark Hedderbury, they team up again for Slick Racing, having put in an almighty effort at the 24 Hours of Nürburgring a couple of weeks ago. I'm pretty sure that they'll be looking forward to taking on everybody here, having switched from the Bentley. Then Werner Skuman, he is part of, dare I say, no, sorry. Werner is not the one driving alone. Werner Skuman is driving with Nico Zafiris for Pandacity. I went and asked how to pronounce it because it could be Panda City, but it definitely is Pandacity. Ruan Heineke, he is part of one of the LTR teams. Ruan driving with Jason Farmer and Marius Bothma. Marius having switched over into the Ferrari, which I'm pretty sure everybody else is quite happy about. Then Jason Landsberg, he teams up with Stephen Smith. Stephen also jumping out of the Ferrari and going into a Aston Martin. Etienne Maton driving with Rob and Gerard. I'm not sure whether Gerard is in the room. He was having some issues joining, so hope that they've been able to get that sorted. Ulrich de Jager, he is also LTR, driving for the LTR Purple Turtles. I'm very surprised that their tires or the wheels are not purple, but driving with Lucas and team captain there, Flip van Zyl. Then Matthew Carter, he's doing it 12 hours ace alone. Matthew, we take our hat off to you.
Good job, Matthew. Keep it on the black stuff, and who knows what happens.
And I must say, the last team that will be racing is, and I must say, this livery is absolutely spectacular. But maybe if I just get the right camera. Not Matthew Carter, there we go. Okay, so we have lost Mohat Musa because I've now tried to go onto him. And unfortunately, they keep going to Matthew. So on my side, I still have Mohat Musa in pit, but we're not seeing him.
You might find that they're just going out, coming back in, see if they can do that driver swap, or get everybody in the car when they need to. So let's hold thumbs for that.
I 100% agree with you. So while we have our little 1 minute window to get started, I just hope that everybody does take it easy into the first couple of corners. You have mentioned it before, Terry. It is a very long race.
Long race, many laps to go, and certainly staying out on track and not repairing damage is the key thing here to win in this race. That's for sure.
So, just having a look at our current grid walk. So that we have mentioned Tariq Adam in first place, Christian Deploy in the BMW in second. Third place goes to Henry Mayer. Henry Mayer with Fleming Bauer in the Teletubbies. Chris Heineke driving with Mark Hennebury. Ferrari there for him, so a big change there. Werner Skuman in the Panda City, quite like that livery as well. Sixth place, Jason Farmer, looking to get ahead of Van, I'm pretty sure. Jason Landsberg in that Aston Martin. with Rob van der Heever in 8th place. Ulrich de Jager then pulls up in 9th place in the new gold livery of LTR with Matthew Carter in 10. And then we do see them right at the back, and that looks like it is Mohat Musa has indeed made it to track.
Oh, that's brilliant news. Either one of two things. They've managed to sort out their gremlin that doing their driver swap, or Mohat is now going to race the 12-hour endurance on his own and go for gold.
Well, Mohat is definitely giving us, oh, there we go. As I say, he was giving us mixed signals because he said we're out, but there he was on track.
Well, let's hope it's all sorted and let's have a good race.
So we're now doing the starting formation. And Mr. Fenter saying, yo, Tommy is a coconut quick. Midrand wishing everyone a fun race, and just the amount of effort that you put into getting the car ready, absolutely very frustrating. And Mohat, we do apologize. Not sure what went down there because we had absolutely no issue on the first one, but that is now green light, and we are go here at Paul Ricard, and the timer 12 hours left to go for race number 1 in this series, but everyone nice and tight through, just giving everybody enough space as they navigate through the first couple of corners. Jason Farmer unfortunately dropping down 1 place to Van der Skuman in the Pandacity Ferrari, just moving up 1 place.
Yeah, I think Jason backed out of that one a little bit. I saw that they went through there together, and might have been a slight little touch just to get the race started, let the other guy know that you're there. But yeah, everyone seems to have threaded the needle and got through with a good clean start, though.
And that's exactly what we want. And just to give you some confirmation there, Terry, there was absolutely no contact on that lap. We've got nothing that's come up, which is exactly what we want to see. What the hell has just happened now?
Oh. We're experiencing a little technical gremlin that's just kicked in there.
Yeah, something has gone very, very haywire with our server, because what's now happened is we're showing that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 DQs and 5 drive-throughs. Something has definitely gone wrong.
Wow.
So everyone, we will be back shortly to go and figure out what the coconut has gone on here. We will be back shortly.
Hi, Mr. D.
There, my microphone is now on. Good evening, morning. I don't even know what time of the day it is anymore. Guys, thank you very much for sticking around. Our server, in terms of the stint timers and all that, we thought we would fixed it. It broke. So where we're currently at is that in the background we are reformatting a new server that's currently being prepped. We've got all the drivers in the lobby having a quick discussion. And it's essentially one of the greatest things. We've got all the drivers coming together saying, let's get this fixed. We still want to race. We are going to be reducing it down to a 10-hour. We're going to be spinning that server up in the next 5 minutes or so, give or take a few minutes. But then we'll go into just like a 30-minute window where guys can go in, just double check those driver changes. They're then going to have a little 10-minute qualifying to just go and run that again, and we'll be back to the racing. So thank you to everyone who has joined in and who is still there. We will be back. We will be back. So please, I am going to shut down the server in terms of the stream, just so that when it comes up, at least you know we're back in and we're getting ready for racing, because I don't want to just keep everybody hanging. Apologies, but we will be back. We'll see you soon. Yos.